died in the tragedy. Both men were aboard a rescue boat that brought 27 survivors to Sicily. And as the efforts in the Mediterranean continue, the EU has rushed to introduce a new migration management plan.
Reinforce the joint operations in the Mediterranean, namely Triton and Poseidon, by increasing the financial resources and the number of assets. We will also extend their operational area, allowing us to intervene further. Implement systematic efforts to capture and destroy vessels used by smugglers.
Well, in 2014, over 160,000 migrants crossed the Mediterranean, most of them leaving from Libya. Human trafficking from the North African country was estimated to have generated up to $170 million last year. The numbers spiralled after the NATO military intervention in 2011. However, addressing causes of the crisis, the EU's foreign policy chief put the blame on Libya for failing to curb human trafficking.
The flow of refugees and migrants go through Libya, a place where there is not a state entity able to control territory and borders, land borders and sea borders in an effective way. That creates a perfect corridor for the organizations that traffic and smuggle human beings.
Well, several top EU politicians admit the migrant crisis will get worse if Europe doesn't try to stop the chaos engulfing Libya. The Czech Prime Minister says they must focus on ending the civil war there. The UK's David Cameron stated that the European Union should get to the root of the problems where the migrants are coming from. While Italy's Prime Minister says the international community failed to predict the consequences of its intervention in Libya. Abayumi Azikiwe, the editor of the Pan-African Newswire, says that by participating in the NATO-led coalition, the EU brought the crisis upon itself.
You have to go back and see why there is a crisis in Libya itself. Since 2011, the situation in Libya has not improved at all. In many cases, it has worsened. Africans and other migrants who were in Libya are seeking to get out. And the conditions are worsening due to the fact that this year, we're talking about 4.5 months, we've seen more deaths than we've ever seen in modern history in the Mediterranean. They have to own up to what they've done in regard to the situation in Libya and throughout other states in North Africa. So something has to be done. Within Europe itself, there's a huge debate over whether or not these migrants should be allowed to come in and such.